Just because she looks good to you doesn't mean she is good for you. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about former NFL football player Travis Rudolph, who is currently on trial for murder after his former alleged girlfriend allegedly set him up at his house. Now, there's a lot to this story. It's being covered all over the place. It is the trial of the moment. Before we get to video and his testimony, let's back up a little bit here to explain what's going on. Now, Travis Rudolph and the woman, I'm not sure if that was his girlfriend, his associate, female friend, somebody that he was romantically linked to, right? They get into a fight at his house over some things that was in his phone. I guess some text messages, maybe some pictures or something like that. The woman in question, she sees it. She doesn't like it. She appears to be initiating physical contact with him, hitting him. That's the way it looks like. I don't see him hit her, but that could have happened. We'll get into that in a minute. So they get into a fight over the phone, and then there's some text that she allegedly sent to some men that say, hey, come shoot this place up. He didn't put his hands on me or something like that. So you got these 4 crash test dummies that come to their house. They have guns. Travis has his gun. A shootout happens, and then somebody dies as a result. One of the crash test dummies that came to their house on behalf of the young lady. Now, this is all alleged. They're still going through the trial process, but there have been some things that have leaked out that they're currently, I guess, reviewing in court to see if Travis Rudolph was the aggressor, if he was defending himself, or whatever the case may be. Now, before we go any further into it, let's roll a couple of clips. First, we're going to see local news out there talking about the whole case. Then we're going to hear from Travis himself, and then I'll give my thoughts at the end. If you want to see this full thing without my commentary, link, as always, will be in the description box. If you're on IG, visit a link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
That's right. Today, prosecutors show the jury some surveillance video that they say that shows that Travis Rudolph was the aggressor, that he was shooting at 4 men who came apparently to shoot up his house.
Now, let's just pause right there. How can he be the aggressor if he shot at 4 men who came to shoot him at his house? I don't really understand, but I guess they're going to explain that. And I'm sure this is why he's on trial right now, rather than it just being an open and shut self-defense case.
Although one of those men testified today saying that just meant they were there for a fist fight, not murder. Prosecutors say Travis Rudolph was the aggressor the night in April 2021. 4 men showed up at his door, Rudolph shooting 39 rounds as they fled following a fight, showing jurors this surveillance video of bullets flying from Rudolph's semi-automatic rifle as he chased them down the street.
Murder begins when self-defense ends. Now, that was a simple sentence said many, many years ago, but that simple sentence perfectly encapsulates why this defendant right there, Travis Rudolph, is sitting in the chair that he's sitting in.
The 4 men arrived when Rudolph's girlfriend contacted them, claiming Rudolph had assaulted her after she found texts from other women on his phone, telling them to come shoot up the house.
Now, I need to stop it right here because there's a lot. I've read a lot about this case. I've seen some of the video that they may or may not show right here. Now, apparently, allegedly, the so-called girlfriend, the romantic interest, she's married and not to Travis Rudolph, but to somebody else. So you got a lot of red flags going on. Okay, you got somebody that is allegedly married. She's texting, I don't know if these are her brothers or friends or cousins or family members, something, texting them, telling them to come hit him up, although she's already married. So she's doing wrong. She thinks that he's doing wrong. So she's going to double down on the wrong by sending these crash test dummies to come to the spot. This right here is when things went wrong. This is why I said at the very beginning, she may look good to you, but that doesn't mean she is good for you, because now your life is on the line. You got these 4 guys coming to my house. I don't know what's going on. So natural reaction, hey, I need to get that gun and make sure I don't lose my life tonight. But I think maybe the way that it was handled, being Monday morning quarterback, is the reason why Mr. Rudolph is in court right now fighting for his life.
One of those men, the girlfriend's brother, testifying he was throwing punches at Rudolph during the fistfight, but insisting no one pulled a gun and all.
So this right here, they're showing this right here. So this is what happened before. This is Travis Rudolph right there in the front, and then that's the young lady right there. So she's upset with him, I guess, over some things that were in his phone, and then you're going to see her, from my point of view, she's going to initiate the contact.
The girlfriend's brother, testifying he was throwing punches at Rudolph during the fistfight, but insisting no one pulled a gun and all four ran and got into their car.
See?
But Rudolph's attorney insisting Rudolph was acting in self-defense.
Isn't that a fact that you guys immediately attacked him, never giving him a chance to do anything?
No.
Rudolph's attorneys say he never began shooting until two of the men in the car pointed guns at him through the windows, and he was in fear for his life.
They were vigilantes. They were four men who went there to retaliate and kill, just as they were ordered to do.
But Kashawn Jones saying he was in the front seat and did not see Sebastian Jean-Jacques lean out of the back seat and point a gun at Rudolph.
I'm telling you that I didn't see any guns pointed.
And two of the men did apparently have weapons. Testimony in this case will continue throughout the week.
Okay, so that's the first video right there. Now we got to hear from my man. Now we got to hear from Travis Rudolph. He's going to speak out on the shooting. And before we continue, just one thing. The text messages from the so-called girlfriend or whatever, it started the whole situation. Without her, this doesn't happen. The brother and the other four dummies don't show up to their house. And if they got guns, see, now, like I said, I don't know what you're here for. I don't know if you have guns and I get my gun and I defend myself. It could end badly. Even if it's not a go to jail type thing, I might lose my life or get seriously injured behind this person who had all kind of red flags from the beginning. And just a little word to the wise, to all the young men out there. If she's married or talking about, oh, I'm going through a divorce, we're separated, just don't even do it. There are plenty more women out here to pick from rather than somebody who is involved, whether she says that they are trying to get divorced, trying to get separated. Don't even do it because you could easily lose your life like that. Husband might show up, boyfriend might show up. Now you got to figure out how you're going to live throughout this encounter. Let's keep on going here with testimony from Travis Rudolph.
911, what's your emergency?
I just heard a ton of shots behind me. I just heard shots fired.
It sounded like 10 gunshots.
It's a guy out here saying that he's just been shot.
April 7th, 2021. 911 calls for help flood into dispatch around midnight.
Things escalated so quickly.
For the first time, Travis Rudolph talks about the night he says four men showed up at his front door.
I just heard a loud bang, as if like the police was at the door.
In exclusive video, we can now see everything playing out on security camera.
Also, word to the wise, if a girl texts you talking about, hey, come shoot this house up, come do this for this, just don't. Because you could easily lose your life over nothing, really, over a misunderstanding. Any kind of little domestic dispute, domestic drama, and don't lose your life.
Cameras.
This all happened within seconds, so my brother was the first one to get to the door, so I was worried about his safety as well.
Who is it? Where Travis at? Travis at?
According to court records, Rudolph and his then-girlfriend, Dominique Jones, got into a fight earlier that night.
Open this door, bro, because this got me. Dominique, stop.
Who are you calling a bro?
Afterwards, she texted her brother.
So here's a text right here. Here's the infamous text. And let me see. Travis is a dead man walking. This comes from right here. Do you see this green text right above the blue text? And then the next one says, please go shoot his blank up.
Keyshawn Jones. Evidence shows they both made threats towards Rudolph.
As soon as I came outside, literally, Tyler, he sucker punched me to my left eye. It was Tyler and Sebastian. It was kind of trying to corner me in. And Tyler, he had pulled out his firearm. And during that time, Tyler pulled out his firearm. Sebastian was like, you mess with the wrong girl, you're gonna die tonight. And then that's when I went back inside and grabbed my firearm.
Now, there's a lot of things wrong here. First of all, I'm seeing these these miscreants, these ne'er-do-wells outside my house, I'm not going outside. I'm not going outside. Okay, I got my Ring camera. I'm gonna talk to you through the Ring camera at best. At worst, I'm not even coming to the door, really, because I already know, like, I don't know y'all 4 deep. One dude got his shirt off. Y'all don't mean no good. Okay, I already know what it is at that point. Just using a little bit of common sense and street smarts. But if they are persistent and trying to like beat my door down, I'm getting my gun. And once you breach my door, if that happens, now it's Chinese New Year. Okay, I'm gonna light you up Christmas morning. That's just what it's going to be. I'm not going outside. I'm not having a conversation. I'm not going outside, going back inside, getting my gun to go back outside. I ain't doing all that. I'm going to be ready in a safe part of my house, fortified. I'm going to have my pistol, my firearm, my rifle, whatever it is. Red dot going to be right on your forehead. As soon as you put that boot to my door and the door opens, the red dot will be right on your forehead and it's game over. But until that time, I'm not going to interact with you. But again, that's me being Monday morning quarterback. These guys shouldn't have been there at all. And even before that, you shouldn't even been dealing with that woman if she was married, allegedly. And obviously she had some propensity for violence. So you need to back off whenever you see something like that, because you could put your life in danger very easily. Let's keep on going.
The fight spilling out into the street. The video shows Rudolph then running off his property with an AR-15.
I had to do what I had to do, you know what I'm saying, to protect me and my family. My brother was on the ground getting jumped by 2 of those guys.
So here's a key point. So I guess his brother was outside getting jumped. So then he comes outside to save his brother. But see, again, I'm not even going outside. The brother shouldn't have been outside. I'm not going outside. I'm seeing these guys outside of my door. Look, I got the Ring camera. I look at my phone like this. Nope, don't know them. And then they keep banging on my door, keep yelling. All right, time to get the gun. And when the door gets breached, you're going to see, hey, it's going to be a lot of smoke and fire and screaming and crying.
Kid, so that's the reason why I went down the street. While they're all in their car, I see 2 firearms pointing at me and my brother. And I couldn't believe it. And it's just a split decision where I just felt like it's either me or and my brother or these guys that's, you know what I'm saying, gonna get hurt.
Rudolph firing 39 rounds, the 4 men speeding off.
So I guess what they're doing is they're getting them because since they were speeding off and then he was shooting at them, I guess that would be not self-defense, because as they're leaving, he's not in danger. And if they got guns in the back and they're aiming, they're not going to be able to hit you if you're inside the house on the ground or something like that. You see what I'm saying? So that's probably where they're going to get him.
I know people at home are going to question, okay, he has an AR-15 and he fired 39 times. What's your explanation for that?
I can't even count how many times I shot, to be honest with you. I got fast reflexes, you know, I play football. And on top of that, I mean, I felt like I had to keep shooting until the threat is no longer a threat anymore.
Yeah. Did you realize you had shot somebody when that all happened?
No, I honestly didn't know I had shot anyone. And my heart sunk. I was just trying to get them away from me and my brother, from killing us, really.
Sebastian Jean Jacques was shot and killed. Tyler Robinson was also shot but survived. Keyshawn Jones and Christopher Lowe were not hurt.
Would you do anything differently?
It was a matter of life or death at that moment that I had shot. And I'll do the exact same thing if it came down to it.
So there you have it. There you have it. Travis Rudolph is currently on trial for this. It's rough. I don't know. They might get him on something. I don't think they should get a stiff penalty if there will be a penalty. I think looking back on it as a Monday morning quarterback, you can see things that could have been done a lot better. You know, a lot of shoulda, coulda, woulda type stuff going on, right? But ultimately, you know, I blame the so-called girlfriend. I blame her for this. And I could say that he shouldn't have been with her. He shouldn't have been outside. A lot of shoulda, coulda, wouldas. But if there's no coordination between the girlfriend and these guys to come to the house and shoot it up, and he's a dead man walking, if not for that intent to harm him, then this doesn't happen. There's no shooting. There's no confrontation. There's nothing. So I think ultimately she should be the one out there on the stand. And these guys that came to his house with malicious intent, talking about we came for a fight. You came to hurt me. I came to defend myself. Simple as that. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? Who's to blame in this situation? Do you blame the so-called girlfriend? Do you blame the guys that came to the house? Do you blame Travis Rudolph and his brother? Who do you blame in this situation? Is it all the above? Whatever your thoughts are on that, let me know in the comments below. You guys pretty much know where I'm at. This is a crazy case. But ultimately, if there were a few things changed and it wouldn't happen. But the main thing, like I said, the main thing is the girlfriend. She set all this up, allegedly, from what I'm able to see from the text messages and testimony and everything else. That's where the problem started. And as I said from the beginning, just because she might look good to you doesn't mean that she is good for you. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.